I'd mentioned this in a previous video, but I think over the next year we're going to get some incredibly atmospheric and absolutely amazing space games. Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome to our first official look at Fort Solis, a game that now is coming very soon that everyone will be able to play, and we're starting now our full story playthrough on this game as it has an incredible, immersive, really cool world, great art, visual style, awesome music, voice acting, of course, from Troy Baker, and the very same voice actor from Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, you might recognize a few of those voices as we play through.
So, you hated it?
I wouldn't say hate, I wish he had done more.
How could he possibly have done more? They were surrounded by zombies.
Regardless, I'm caught up now, so it's time for a new show. I believe it's your pick.
I'm taking my time with this one.
Just like that hull.
It's looking a lot better since I got up here.
Is that before or after you spent a week fixing it?
These weather patterns are getting worse. Most of our jobs now are repairing weather damage.
Yeah, I really hadn't noticed.
Then again, being stuck with you for cycle rotation is just as exciting.
You could be worse. You could be stuck with...
Jack? You cut off then. What were you saying?
The alarm at Solis is triggered.
Solis? That relic?
Manually initiated? I've never seen a manual one.
To think you wanted to spend your last shift watching me do all the heavy lifting.
Jess, I am on vacation the minute tomorrow's shuttle arrives. I'll contact them and see if it's a false alarm.
Well, how do you expect them to reply without power?
If they respond, then it's a false alarm.
OMG, you're so smart.
You see, this is why I should pick the shows from now on.
Is this about the zombies?
I wouldn't possibly have any idea what you mean.
I knew it!
Fort Solis. This is Jack Leary, senior engineer, responding to your alarm. Please come in. Jack Leary responding to Fort Solis alarm. You have everything okay over there?
Anything?
No. Weird. To trigger the alarm and not respond.
It's a stone's throw from here. Why don't you check it out?
People who use that expression don't normally apply that logic to Mars.
That vacation can't come soon enough.
I'm heading down now. We can take the LTV.
I need to repair this hull before the storm gets worse. I think we have an hour or so before it hits.
Okay, I can pick you up on the way back.
Wow. Absolutely beautiful. Seen it before. And I'll say it again, it's gorgeous. Very cool looking. Alright, let's take the elevator. Get down to the LTV.
I've switched comms frequency, Jess.
No problem. I'll finish up here, and then if you're not back in time, I can take the HTV.
Roger that. Jack out.
How many times do I have to tell you this isn't the military? Okay, it's fine.
Roger that.
Don't get lost.
Yeah, so obviously, again, the voice actor from Red Dead Redemption 2, and even Troy Baker here, the voice of Joel from Last of Us, and also, well, many other voices, including those in Death Stranding. Wow. That's a big old truck, brother. Hell yeah, let's rip and dip. Let's go. All right, let's go find Fort Solis. Parking brakes on. Must be a real bad neighborhood. Why do you suppose they have those little things coming out of there? Could it tip the vehicle over high winds?
Set course for Fort Solis.
Calculating.
Jack Leary, senior engineer en route to Fort Solis, in the Planum Quadrant, responding to an alarm. Suspected power failure, await further information.
Recording submitted.
Okay, I'm heading to Solis. Keep an eye on that storm.
I doubt it'll pass me by unnoticed.
Solis? Jack Leary here. Entering your perimeter. Do you copy? Solis is locked down.
Well, there goes your power theory.
Why would it be in lockdown?
System damage? Dare I suggest more weather damage?
Yeah, maybe, but lockdown seems extreme.
Is there no sign of security?
No, they must be done for the night. Storm's picking up here. How about over there?
Full swing here, so I've hopped in the HTV to keep you company.
Lovely.
It was that or nap the storm out.
I'm flattered.
And I can't nap with that noise, so you're plan B.
Chairman. Listen, I'm gonna head to the Atrium. Make contact there.
Okay.
Wow. You know, I've seen the intro before, and that is absolutely well done. I want more space games to have an intro like that. Incredible. The vehicle's really cool, too. Still wondering about that parking brake, though. There's like a fire extinguisher between the two wheels, and it looked like there was a winch in the back for other vehicles to be towed along or whatnot. Pretty damn cool vehicle design. Hopefully we get to see it a little in the future. Maybe there'll be an escape. Maybe we'll have a high-speed chase or escape or something. Who knows? But, all right. Well, let's get inside this facility. This looks to be maintenance entrance or a garage of some sort for vehicles, so let's walk on in.
Access denied. Lockdown in full effect.
Alright,
I'll head to the Atrium and make contact there.
never mind. Let's go up the stairs. Absolutely gorgeous. The weather effects and such of the sand and dust blowing all around, and just the rocks and all look really good. Very cool. Certainly a walking simulator, but you know, that allows them to focus a lot more on the animations and the immersion and much, much more. Really cool.
Access denied. Lockdown in full effect.
Nope. I've had this on way too long.
All right, let's head back downstairs. We'll try that elevator across the way there. Surely this will work. Damn, this reminds me a lot of landing in places in Star Citizen, for example. And hopefully Starfield and A Falling Frontier and many other games allow us to have that almost homeworld level of immersion back when that hit back in '99. Although that was an RTS, cutscenes were unmatched.
Access denied. Lockdown in full effect.
Well, I guess we're not getting in. Well, I wonder if those are MREs. I should take some of those with me, just in case I get hungry. Oh, this might work. Let's try this. A zip line.
Looks like I'm climbing for now.
Climbing?
Well, the lift's out and the storm's on its way.
Roger. Over and out.
Oh, who's a cool kid?
Seriously though, make sure you're wired in. Weather's in full swing here. No idea why you try to repair the hull. Has the storm hit you yet? How are you getting on?
It's been a while since I was out in a storm. It still hurts. Weather resistance suits my ass.
I'll take that as a hard yes then.
This place really is a relic. Ah, you've got to be kidding.
What?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Time to quit beer?
More like climbing. Next time, I'm just cutting the door.
You had your tools and chose to climb.
Yes. Been a long day.
That was close. First try. Whoa.
I'll head over to the Atrium, see if anyone's home.
Nothing on local comms?
No.
Paint the picture for me?
What, of Solis? It's old school. Still got single structures.
You should feel right at home then.
It certainly doesn't look welcoming.
I'm saying nothing.
Lockdown in effect.
Strange. The lock overrides are still on.
It's not strange. It's protocol when a lockdown is triggered.
Oxygen reserves are still active.
Well, the backup generator maintains oxygen levels. Did you think they just powered the lights?
Well, not anymore. Oh, would you look at that?
Is that directed at me?
They still use i5 nodes here.
Really?
Yeah, I'm looking at one now. I'm gonna hold on to it. Oh, Starwalk's in full swing here, too.
They are amazing. People back home just can't imagine it.
A star is a star. What's the big deal?
This is why I go with Karen.
Hell of a storm on the way. Well, this is spooky.
Why?
The place is lifeless.
Are you sure you're at the right place?
I mean, I think so.
Maybe best to grab the schematics. Just to confirm, I can access the site files from here.
Good idea. Standard issue. It's not as comfy as it looks.
I've always liked mine.
Well, I'm not drawing a dog on mine.
It's a frog.
Oh. Fort Solis 2053. Even this tree makes me feel old.
2053? It's almost as old as me. Hard to think we've been up here that long.
Current objective, search Fort Solis. All right, let's keep searching.
Door locked.
It worked.
What did?
The I-5.
No, be careful handling those. They were replaced for a reason.
It's so creepy when everyone's off.
We spend most of our time alone fixing sites in space.
Never alone with a phone.
That's gratitude for you. You could do a lot worse.
Ah! Look at that little guy go.
How's the search going?
It's ongoing.
Yeah, sounds it.
Let's check this office. Operations manager. Hey, Rubik's Cube. Oh, yeah.
How do people solve these?
You can actually solve it, too. I'm pretty damn sure. Bonus points to anybody who takes the time to go through that. I'm no good with these. Anybody here watching an expert with a Rubik's Cube? What's your fastest time? Mine would be infinity symbol. A sleepy 8. Hey, there's another one of those dolls. Huh. Mining site development.
What could it be?
We have to find a 4-digit code.
No wonder. It's worth a try. Bingo.
We're in.
Managed to find a key card?
And I thought I was old.
You are old. No one has said bingo since 2030.
Door override. Bingo.
That'll help me access the lower levels.
So all the things on the computers are automatically downloaded to the thing on our wrist. So if we miss something or if we want to go back and read something, we don't have to go back to the terminal. We can just do it on the go. An abacus.
I haven't seen one of these in years.
Is that a camel or a giraffe? I could imagine both. Well, no need for this now.
I'm going to head down to the B levels and check there.
Okay.
Well,
Whoa.
that's new. Still no sign of anyone. Where could they be?
Maybe they're cursed to forever walk the surface of Mars feeding on brains.
Are we back on this?
I'm just saying his sacrifice was heroic. I'm glad to see chivalry isn't dead.
Yeah, but he did die?
How romantic.
Ah, it's a gym. Yeah. Steam achievement.
Level 1, access required.
Ah, we need security cards now. Let's go find one. Oh, wow. It's a merch store within the station.
Benny thinks someone is on to us.
Yeah, he dropped me a message saying he told them it was you.
What? Ah, yeah, if only they knew. I can barely use it with credits.
It's the perfect crime.
Indeed.
Wait a minute. Is that blood? Or wine? Or are they just really dirty?
Dead man's hand. That's all I need.
Yeah.
Remember that time you hit a 7-ball on Chris? Lost his mind.
I think it was long gone before that.
Yeah. Too many solo jobs out here.
You found a table?
At least Solar had a more engaging premise.
Dead Solar.
Yeah.
It was just an idiot clearly searching a haunted station. I just heard it.
Huh. Oh, for the record, I'm not searching. I'm investigating.
Nice.
Still got it.
It must go for a walk when we play.
Oh, in my Boston heyday, I could have given you a game.
Sure.
Oh, don't touch that pillow, bro.
I'd never get out of that with my back.
Don't touch that pillow.
I think this is the only time I've ever seen a rec room empty.
You finally have that peace and quiet you always wanted.
Not quite how I imagined it.
Still no sign of anyone.
Not a soul.
There should at least be an officer around.
Yeah, I'll keep looking.
Okay, I'll try and access the records from here. See who the officer on duty is.
Okay. Hello?
Made contact?
Maybe with the shadow of a fridge.
I think you may have been up here too long.
Hey, guess what I found?
Am I actually supposed to guess?
Well, you remember when we first came up here? Before they started arguing over the territory?
Yeah?
They still have one of those old Earth Force flags.
Earth what?
Well, not that. I think it was called Earth Expedition Force.
It wasn't that either, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Well, they still have theirs.
Where did you find that? What are you doing?
I'm resetting the lock.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
What if someone's hurt? It's justified.
That's not how it works at all, but... Okay.
The most logical place for them to be is their quarters.
First try.
Looks cozy.
Life of luxury for some, I guess.
How do you know? You can't even see it.
It's hard to be worse than the engineering shack at Minor.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Never seen anything like that.
Sample C26.
Signing off the week no more hopeful than we were at the start. The soil here, on the Solis planum, continues to show encouraging signs of adaptation, but the plant life that interacts with it, however, seems to aggressively grow and expire. Almost like an accelerant. Our planet is dying. Just like these plants. We're running out of time. Tomorrow is a new day. Progress, if you can call it that, has been rising since we introduced the new formula. The results we have now can buy us time to...
2, Helen. That's 2 now.
There's nothing to suggest it has anything to do with Compound 26.
Liar. They have been transporting this stuff for months.
I don't know what to tell you, Wyatt. It has nothing to do with what I'm trying to do here.
I have a duty here. And the work you're doing, it needs looking into.
Well, unless you have clearance, I don't see that happening.
People are getting sick, Helen. They're getting sick. How can you not see that?
Because it's not true.
This is confirmation bias, Helen, you know it.
Is this still on?
What on earth is going on here?
I could barely hear that.
I said, what on earth is going on here?
Honestly, I meant the monitor.
Ah,
Your helmet has a much better mic.
yeah, nice try.
Oh, external temp is only negative 72 Celsius. Great. But, 4 inside. A little chilly still inside. Let's check and see if there's anything else. Oh. Surface cam of the greenhouse. Drill bay hangar exterior door cam. Things are starting to get suspicious now. There was a botanist working on some sort of plant research for Earth, perhaps? Yes. She's the chief botanist, Helen Dunpart.
I don't know if I could ever get used to that.
Used to what?
You know, the weather windows.
You mean the climate simulators?
Yeah, well, I prefer my name better.
Why am I not surprised?
And there's research. Oh?
Taylor is becoming increasingly hostile to the work we're trying to do here. He doesn't understand the people we can save. We're so close now. I can feel it. The storms are coming, but once the season passes, we should be able to ship Compound 26 to other sites. It's funny, really. Today I was asked if the cost of our work, if the toll that it's taken is worth it. It's a small price to pay.
So she's clashing with Wyatt, who's the medical officer. I think these two other recordings are the same we just saw. There was one kind of secret recording that she did on her tablet. Interesting.
Compound 26 can save lives. The soil, it accelerates, it creates compulsion. The work we have done here will only further the effort on Mars. Others will come here. I'm recording this as I hear more than just dust against the glass at night. The storms have arrived. No one trusts anyone anymore. I have left a core sample of Compound 26 in my steel drawer within my office. The code is 0721. It can be our salvation. Not that we deserve it.
So it's not necessarily a plant, perhaps a type of fertilizer, and that plant we saw was maybe grown with it. Maybe.
I may be running late, but I can assure you it's not because I lost track of time decorating my helmet. Call signs matter. I had a thought about one for you. Ready? A bear.
No.
It matches your mood. See you down there in 5.
Bears always for me. Alright, this was like a voicemail she left us before our job earlier today. Wait a minute. Or some other day. This could be right now, which is the I'm gonna go ahead and assume that that's the actually I'm not even sure what month it is. I'm just gonna say October 11th, meaning that this was recorded on the 3rd. So this was just a few days ago, so Fort Solis could have been down for multiple days, not just one.
I know you said this isn't the format for it, but you never answer your phone. I'm in the canteen. I already know the answer to this, but do you want me to bring a beer up to the wreck? I'm grabbing a snack. Let me know. Maybe even record a log back. Wouldn't that be fun?
Man, he's a cool coworker. Jack and Jess get along well. Now, she mentioned a steel container in her office. This is kind of just her quarters, so I guess we should keep looking.
That's a shame. Place like this must have a secret room somewhere.
He pulled the book thinking there was a secret bookshelf. I gotta be more like Jack.
That's a start. This should make getting around easier. They won't mind if I borrow it. Whoa! This takes me back.
A lot of panels removed. General maintenance or sabotage? We now have a level 1 security card. Let's go in here.
Yes, I found a fellow believer of yours.
Oh, really? What did you ask them? What triggered the lockdown?
What?
Exactly.
Well, let's hope for my sake that that isn't what actually happened. You remember that time we went to see No Escape?
Remember it? I'll never get those hours back.
Oh, what a show. Creepy.
I'm guessing a flickering light shadow demon.
Close. I think I'm looking at a face in the wind.
Okay, now I need to know.
Just some drawing I found.
Ah, yes. The scavenger hunt continues.
That's one hell of a nosebleed.
Well, come on, Jack. No. That is an incredible amount of blood. Somebody was severely wounded. Now, it didn't even look like they were trying to stop the bleeding. That looked like somebody trying to clean up a mess. This Among Us mod is getting serious. I think we went in there before. That's where the door was a little broken. Alright, let's head back.
Hello? There is no one here.
Try the medical bay. There's always someone on duty. But what if an injury caused the lockdown? Records say it's Wyatt Taylor.
Roger.
All right, let's go find Wyatt Taylor. So this was crew quarters. We gotta go look for medical bay. Ah, there it is. Ridge access, medical bay, greenhouse.
That's odd.
What is?
The door, it's been sabotaged.
Sabotaged?
Something snapped the manual lever off.
Something?
Stop it, you know what I mean. Why would someone remove the power supply?
From the door?
Yeah. I have another i5 I can try.
Access denied.
These i5s, why did we stop using them?
The I-5s? They just became too unstable. Any surge would be dangerous. Why?
No reason.
Do not try to surge that door open.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Well, we just did it. Is this a patient's room?
Remember when Tom got drunk and ate a soil sample?
I had completely forgotten about that.
Yeah. Has the game of truth or dare ever ended well?
He was in ISO for days. I can't imagine how he lasted 2 weeks in that room.
Me neither.
Seem, I'm putting this on the network as a reminder to both you and myself to please fix my video calling. It's great that I can talk to you, but I would like to talk to my family. So, let me know the status. Thank you.
Calling to maintenance to repair his video calling. Uh-oh.
What happened here? I found Officer Taylor's SIA.
He's not in it.
If he was in it, then I would have found Officer Taylor.
Why would he take it off?
I think maybe he was injured. The blood on this suit matches the waiting room.
Okay, do one final sweep and we just call the search over. It doesn't feel right.
Agreed.
I'm not a kid. I don't need to be told that sometimes things just go bump in the night. And yes, I know that there are storms happening outside, but the storms, they don't make these sounds. I hear deliveries and activity at night. Something is going on here. And I need to find out what. So I will confront Nick about my findings tomorrow.
Deliveries are happening here at night. Is he paranoid or is he onto something? Oh boy. There's blood again. This is his office. And there he is.
I finally got to speak to Chris and the girls. It was good. Their smiles. Wish I could just bottle that up. I'm really looking forward to getting home back after this stint. I know that these medical logs are designed to aid our mental health, and should anyone actually monitor these things, I want you to know that as a medical officer, I concur. In theory. But in practice, I need to spend time with my family. That's what I really need. And not just watch them. I need to see them. Because that's what I'm doing right now. I'm watching them through a screen. I think these next 5 months are going to be a lot longer than I anticipated. Oh, and remind me to speak to Helen about getting Rachel a space plant. Because that's what she wants. The situation regarding site exposure is a growing concern. I've spoken with Tout numerous times, increasing safety regulations. Today wasn't good. One of Nick's staff was admitted after suffering from extreme dehydration and fatigue. We had to sedate him. His hands wouldn't stop shaking. And after the patient vomited blood, he was sent to Center Point for further treatment. They'll administer standard care for hematemesis. I strongly recommend it based upon the current situation here of DTPA, but unfortunately at that point it's... Unfortunately, the incident has been reported. Something's going on here. And I need to find out what it is.
I don't think he's wrong. There certainly is something going on. He locked the medbay door, though.
Only one way to find out.
Have you found Officer Taylor?
Maybe. I'm going to take a look.
Oh, a space plant for the daughter. Did it make him go crazy? We'll see. Oh, there's a bloody handprint on the door, too. More and more blood the further we go. Well, that's the storage room we were just in. This is cold storage and furnace. The morgue.
Whew, now I wish I had my helmet on.
You should always have your helmet on.
Haha, well that makes two of us. I wonder where that goes.
Probably to maintenance.
What were they burning?
No, sure ain't a pizza kitchen. Uh-oh. Was that there before?
I think there may have been an incident here.
An incident? What makes you think that?
Just a feeling I have.
A feeling? What, is Officer Taylor there?
I'll check.
Workplace medical examination report for Dawson Roberts and Salim Ator. Looks like they're both having dizziness, low blood pressure, irritable right eye. These may be people who were mining or working in the greenhouse. Daily administration of potassium iodine. Then is that what they use for radiation sickness? Potential radiation poisoning on both of them, but they're not sure. Symptoms potentially caused by radiation exposure, question mark. Treatment.
Okay, some good news. I think my work here is beginning to pay off. Todd's team is finally beginning to listen to my warnings about exposure. They recorded higher rad levels at the site this week, and I've had to treat 2 of his staff for radiation sickness. Dawson is showing signs of hypotension, and Celine complained of dizziness. Current treatment is daily administration of potassium iodide. I'm pretty sure we caught it quick, but out of an abundance of caution, I'll go ahead and schedule a CT scan for Celine, just to rule out vestibular disorder. But I just have no idea why these guys insist on working such long hours at the site. They know that it's against regulations. I just don't think that they're fully aware of the risks. But who knows? Maybe the taste of seaweed in their mouth will remind them to put their health first.
I've got to say, the voice acting of Troy Baker is stellar, but almost even better than that, these video cutscenes have been absolutely astronomically amazing. This should be the new standard for any game that makes you watch kind of a video recording like this. Just, I mean, it's almost like they did motion cap on Troy Baker just for these scenes. And the lady too, and probably other people we're going to see. I mean, those just look stellar. I want to know your opinion on that one. But yeah, I'd like to know what you think about that. I mean, the facial expressions, the voice acting, where he's looking and like not looking confident, looking down and just questioning everything. It's starting to really build a character here. More so than what he's saying, it's how he's saying it.
Oh, I chose the wrong profession.
Alright, let's get out of here.
Access granted.
Jack?
It's the guard. He's dead.
What? An accident?
I'll take a look. No, I don't think this was an accident.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think so. Tag reads Richardson, security uniform.
Okay, now we know why security didn't greet you.
Oh boy.
Perimeter checks complete. Weather damage minimal. Most of the crew have already departed for Center Point. I'm still exploring the unexplained damage to the drill bay exterior door. However, given that storm season is upon us, I'm not concerned about foul play at this moment. Due to the damage, the door is offline for maintenance, and I've asked Officer Hoskins to inform the residents to avoid any disruption.
F's in the chat.
Officer Taylor isn't here.
Well, what the hell is going on there?
No idea. It's time we update Central.
I'm on it. Okay, I've logged the update. It's time to head to the LCD.
Hey, who the hell's that?
Agreed. I'm on my...
Uh-oh.
Jack, your helmet! Get out of there now!
Hey! I'm still in here!
You need to get out of there now!
Oxygen levels reduced.
Jack, come in!
Contamination purge accelerating.
Answer me!
Oxygen levels reduced to 80.
Jack,
Contamination
come in!
sequence.
I'm here.
Oxygen levels reducing.
Jack, come in!
Oh, great.
To 80%. Contamination purge accelerating. Contamination purge sequence initiated.
What the hell is going on here?
Oxygen levels reduced.
Small spaces. Those are all I need.
Contamination purge accelerating. Contamination purge sequence initiated. Oxygen levels reducing. Oxygen levels reduced to 80%. Contamination purge accelerating. Contamination purge sequence initiated. Oxygen levels reducing. Oxygen levels reduced to 80%. Contamination purge accelerating. Contamination purge sequence initiated. Oxygen levels reducing. Oxygen levels reduced to 80%. Contamination purge accelerating. Contamination purge sequence initiated. Oxygen levels reducing. Oxygen levels reduced to 80%.
Finally.
Contamination purge accelerating. Contamination purge sequence initiated. Oxygen levels reducing.
Oh, what happened? Are you contaminated?
I'm not sure there was a contamination.
What do you mean?
I'm not sure.
What?
Someone was down there with me. I'm heading back up to the surface level now.
Down there with you? Who?
I don't know.
It looked like Wyatt. But who knows? Who the hell went through that door and triggered that? Oh no.
What now?
Airlock breach.
Airlock breach. Get your helmet on.
Who's at the door?
What's happening?
Officer Dunpart, who's that?
The botanist.
Helen Dumpart, a senior botanist.
Jess, contact Central. Tell them there's an incident here.
An incident? What kind of incident?
Something is going on. She's multiple stab wounds.
What?
Contact Central. Tell them it's a violent act incident. Have them send aid. Her helmet was damaged. She couldn't breathe, but she made the journey anyway. Jess, how many people are in Solis?
The system lists 6. Mining crews stop during storm season. Those there are for research and cycle maintenance.
She never had a chance. What was she running from?